Have y'all ever heard the story of the Florida skunk ape? If you haven't, don't worry. I did some digging. Let's get into it. Now I want to start this thing off by saying, look, this is the cousin of Bigfoot, okay? You know, the Yetis, okay? Now nobody has actually said that these things are real, but there's a lot of sightings of the Florida skunk ape. Now, sightings of the Florida skunk ape, this ain't nothing new. This been going on for decades. This is an article from 1975, and I'm pretty sure that people saw it before then as well. There's people that's had weird photos like this, but they debunked it, said it might have been a guy in a suit. And here's another one. Now look, okay? Now, today, we could Photoshop anything, but some of these pictures are really, really old. This looks pretty legit. Now, the story of this thing is very, very popular, okay? They actually have a Florida skunk ape headquarters in Okeechobee, Florida. That's wild. Well, I tell you what, Florida, we know how to take anything and turn it into an attraction. We'll make a theme park out of nothing. This map is crazy, okay? These are the reported sightings in Florida. Now, there's been some reported sightings in like Georgia, Alabama, stuff like that. But just looking at this map, just goes to show you that these things could be located anywhere. Matter of fact, I got a cool story, okay? I'm not gonna take much of y'all time, all right? But when I was younger, okay, the whole neighborhood would come to my house because I had the only basketball goal in the neighborhood. And on some days, it would get real intense. We would play basketball from noon to dark, okay? It'd be 10 o'clock at night. One night, okay, it was a late night, we was balling. Everybody tired, everybody going home, okay? Now, at the end of my street, okay, gotta give y'all a visual. At the end of my street, it wasn't like a dead end. You could go left or right once you got to the end of the street, but it was a dirt road, so nobody came down the street. Now, when you get to the other side of the street, though, it was nothing but woods. And we knew that there was weird animals in the woods, like monkeys and stuff like that. It's real weird. Florida got monkeys, okay? But one night, we heard something in the woods, and it sounded like a human. It sounded like the footsteps were human footsteps. Now, mind you, none of us went into the woods. Nobody lived over there. There was no reason for us to go in the woods because that would be stupid, okay? But one of my buddies, okay, he walks down to the end of the street. You want to be tough, okay? He goes down to the end of the street, and some of us kind of like follow him a little bit, but it's dark. There's no light down there. And as he's getting to the edge of the road, we start to see a human figure. Now, mind you, it could have been anybody coming out of the woods. Could have been a homeless person, anything, okay? But as I'm processing this, I'm looking at it. I'm like, man, this is taller than a human should be. And it's a little bit bigger, a little girthier. And then I paused. And when we paused, it kind of like peeked out, and then it like went back into the woods. Now, when it backed up into the bushes, it made like a weird noise. It was like a grunt, like a right? And it scared us. It scared us as kids. We were like 12. So we just ran back toward the house where we were coming from, right? Now, mind you, we knew about Bigfoots back in the day, but we didn't know anything about a Florida skunk ape. And until this day, I believe, deep down in my soul and in my heart, that we saw a Florida skunk ape. Check the link in the bio.